I was doing some weeding today, and I looked up between these rain showers, and I thought, oh, how pretty when the things come into bloom. And I'm missing it with my head in the dirt. So I thought I'd just take a quick little snapshot of the things waking up. Now the problem is Monday night. Sunday it's going to be 32, which I'm not really worried about. Monday, oh, even the Harry Lauder is waking up. This is a Cornelius. I love this shrub. So Sunday, it's going to be 32 degrees, which I'm not really worried about. But Monday is going to go down to 28 degrees. All of the trees are waking up. And if we lose blooms on the magnolia before she fully opens, I mean, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world, although they have beautiful blooms. Just about open. I don't even think there's one fully open. Oh, maybe right here. Let's see you. Nope, it's not really. Almost. The problem is going to be the fruit trees that are all waking up. So stone fruit is early. Your cherries, peaches, your plums, they come up early. And a couple of years ago, we got a really hard freeze that lasted a couple of days after all the trees had woken up. And I lost all peaches that year. These are 2 cherries. And I know it's hard to see because of the light. Even on a cloudy day, the light can be harsh. Let's see if we can face a different direction. Well, the cherries, they aren't as sensitive as the peaches are. But the peaches are in bud too, up on the hedgerow and in the side yard. And I have a really good feeling that we will lose our peaches. Now, sometimes you'll get 3 or 4 that were closed up more than the rest of them, and you won't lose all of the peaches. But, you know, you lose the major crop of them for the year. The cherries, oh, it's a crapshoot. I don't really know if we're gonna lose all the cherries. But we've made a lot of progress in the yard in the last couple of days. This is a 7 Sun tree. The 7 Sun is coming to life. Buds are coming up on it. Let's see, what else we got? We got the heucheras coming back to life, which is always nice to see. The spirea is coming. The abelia is starting to show signs of life. I got a couple of bunnies ate down, like this one over here. There's almost nothing left to that one. But this one looks all right. What else we got? Oh, this is going to be so pretty. This is a viburnum. It's a Korean spice. I love that little shrub. Is so pretty when it wakes up, and it smells absolutely amazing. That is just a bulbo hydrangea. The green lace leaf looks good. I trimmed all of this stuff back in, I don't know, February, March. So we had a really hard winter. So I've been waiting on signs of life. Sometimes I wait a little longer to trim it back because like that, like you don't know really where the dead is until it starts to wake up, but it all responded well to its trimming. This one, I broke the branch. We got a gnarly little nub there, but hopefully this tree will fill in this summer. That's a, believe it or not, that's a coral bark. It just lost its coral now. And we got some more PJMs over here that are opening up further. It's a cool breeze. It's been so muggy. There's always a cool breeze up here. This is a purple ghost. Its buds are starting to come out. Look at the rabbits ate this one down, and it's trying so hard. It's like I still have this one bloom. This is a PJM, but I see new buds on it, so it is coming back. PJMs are hard to kill. You can almost mow them right down to the ground and they come back. Not that you would ever want to, because why start over when it takes them so long to grow? But at least I knew the rabbits didn't kill it. Sad as it is to see it just vanish. Western Nursery in Hopkinton, Mass. Apparently they patented the PJM, and it's grown all over the whole place now. They're just such a pretty little, and they're early blooming. So this is the Delaware azalea, and it'll bloom much later. The PJMs are the first of the azalea family to really just pop out. My snow on the mountain doesn't look that good this year. And it doesn't look that good thanks to this guy. I can see the roots. It just must be sucking all the water out. I did put a healthy dose of cow manure on top of this year, and then, you know, I still have to mulch. But hopefully the manure will help that ground cover get established. The rhododendrons are coming back to life. I can't wait to see these bloom. These have the prettiest color pink bloom on them. There's 3 of them here. Where's the other one? Back there. Let's see. We haven't looked over here. The longwort is opening up. Pink or blue. And the Hakona clover is starting to wake up. Lady's mantle. The heuchera. And then the Lenten rose. This is a first year. This is Alice, I think. Maybe Alice is still on there. Let me look. Nope, Snow Queen. So these are first year. So I'm always worried about stuff that I plant first year, but it's definitely coming back to life. The Astilbe is coming up. The Juga looks pretty good. That's coming back to life. So these beds, I think I'm going to expand them this year, actually. I don't like how narrow they are. I mean, I like them, don't get me wrong. So what I did is I just put composted cow manure in between the trees that are planted here, so that I had some planting space that I could do underneath the trees for a little bit of shade gardening. But I just don't think they're big enough. So we're going to expand them this year. No signs of hostas in those yet, though. And there's quite a few hostas planted in there. We'll see. Let's see. What else? Oh, this tree came into bloom. This is a crab apple. Crab apples are pretty hard. Oh, no. Was this a crab apple? Yeah. It's a crab. No, I'm sorry. This is a cherry. This is only a ornamental cherry, though. It's not. It won't have real cherries on it. got? Oh, I did some work on the back deck. You can look at that. This lungwort is a little bit further along because the plant is a little bit older. It's such a pretty plant when it flowers. Really just a bright piece of pop of color, huh? In an otherwise dull landscape. These hostas are coming up though. Rabbits haven't found them yet. I did order cages for them, so I can cage them before the rabbit kills them, but oh, look at you. See if we can zoom in. One little happy bumble there, huh? And let's see. We don't have any sign of life so far on this red bud. But there's a different kind of red bud. Now this red bud I also cut back in January, which is the only reason I'm concerned about it. It had a couple of crossing branches that I was real worried about. And so I took the crossing branches out while it was dormant. Let's see if we can find like a big one I cut off. So I'm only worried about it because of these. I mean, you know, I call them big branches. It was pretty thick though. Where are you? Right here. I cut one off. And over here I cut some off. So we'll see. I think it'll be all right, but you just never know. And then the Autumn Brilliant Serviceberry is in complete flower. I just wonder what's going to happen with this one. We have that cold snap Monday night. Hi, squirrel. I got nothing for you. Get them ticks. I got cages I bought for these trilliums too. Last year the rabbits ate every one of them. And this year they're up and they're sprayed right now, but you know, that only deters the rabbits for so long in the spring because we have tons of rain. But they are up. Oh, I gotta get those cages in from Amazon. Hopefully they come in today, so I don't have to have the rabbits eat them. Because last year I never seen one of them and they sure didn't flower. They were eaten down long before the flowering stage. Got some hostas over there. There's more trillium over there. And then there's more trillium over there too that hasn't been caged yet. Wish me luck on these cages to get them in. A pretty little plant. They'll naturalize if they're allowed to grow, but they're like a hosta to a bunny. They just automatically go after them. So these red buds are doing well. This is Hearts of Fire. I don't know if you can see it. What a beautiful tree this is. It has the prettiest leaves on it all summer long. Never changes. So these are gonna come into bloom. That one I was never worried about. This one I'm a little concerned about. It's got some good root competition from these evergreens. But again, just looks good. Looks like they're getting ready to open. And then I love this tree, this Jap maple. This is a Yukagamo. And it kind of has like a whitish leaf on it. It's hard to describe. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this. I think this brandywine viburnum, I think they killed it. I don't see any signs of life on that, and there should be. Like if you look at this one, I mean, they did a number on them, right? But even this one's leafing out, even with all this damage down here. I'll come after the freeze next week. I'll start trimming back boxwoods and viburnums, and they even on this Yukagamo. I mean, the snow was up so high, they just did some major damage and pruning. But I don't know, you can't really tell how white these blossoms are. They're so pretty. Call them blossoms, they're not. They're buds, so they're leaf buds. Let's see, this viburnum is getting leaves. That one, not so much. That's a weed. Yeah, even the ones with the worst rabbit damage, they're getting buds. Look at this boy. You have to wonder how it even survives this. -20, 4 feet of snow, and it's springing to life after the rabbits ate it. This I'm gonna uncover next week too. This is a beautyberry. It's not showing any signs of life, but it has the least amount of rabbit damage on it because they could only get up on top of the cage. This rhododendron looks real good still. Those other two, well, especially the one in the middle. So this rhododendron looks real good. I don't even know what the difference would be, right? All three of them are the same rhododendron, but this one, and this is how the prevailing wind comes in. This one looks absolutely fine. And then if you go down here to the other side of it, and you have this blocking some of that prevailing wind, this one, which was just as big, it's just dead. Like this whole section died. This whole section is gone. This section is still, there's a little life left in it still, but not a lot. Like, I don't know if it's enough to, the thing is when you look out my back door, you look directly at this. When you're sitting out in the pool this summer, this is what you'll be looking at. So I think it's just gotta go. I don't want to look at it. The rabbits ate down this spirea, this golden spirea, within an inch of its life, but spirea, thankfully, they don't care. It'll put on a lot of growth this summer. Let's see. Back deck. Sorry. You know, the phone is a little bit bouncy when I'm walking around here. So I decided to clean up the pool deck. I'll be getting all my flowers out next week after this freeze. But boy, did I want to start it this week. I got a couple of trees I planted in pots over here. The problem with these clay pots is you can't leave them out during the winter. And they have evergreens in them. They're a thick clay. They're clay nonetheless. So this one, I bought just a black plastic pot so it kind of fades into the background. So that one, that can be left outside all year. These clay pots, I can put them in the garage, but then the evergreen won't get enough sun. I can put them in the greenhouse, but then the evergreen will get too much heat. Not that it's hot in there, but you know, it's set to 40 overnight, so it won't get the cold hours that it needs to be successful in the summer. So it's gonna have to come out of that by the end of summer, and I'll have to find a pot that works with it. We'll see. And then my chi-chi, I seen that my chi-chi's starting to bud up. So this is a ginkgo, and I did see some bud swell on it. So even in this little plastic pot, it made it through the winter. And this is Manino Sato. This has got some bud swell on it as well. So these were left here all year, just in little plastic pots, -20, and they survived. And then, is it gardenia, I think, right? Starting to flower. It smells amazing. This was in the greenhouse. And then I picked up some more boxwoods for that other garden that are just sitting back here for now. This was in the greenhouse too. This is a lemon cypress. It's not hardy in my zone, so you have to protect it during the winter. And then these two boxwoods are gonna get planted in one of them new beds. They're back here for now to get through winter. And this is, I forget, what is this? Oh, Omato, yeah. Starting to put on its buds. This pool deck will completely turn around in the next couple of weeks, and it'll look just like another part of the garden. Oh, you stupid bunnies. He was just right at my feet. What are you doing? You waiting for me to leave so you can go eat my trillium? Peace out, homie. And let's see. Oh, I think I told you guys I planted spinach. Over the last 48 hours, it germinated. Let's see. The peas haven't germinated yet, but I definitely see signs of life on the spinach. Spinach should be fine. What I'll do is I'll just take black nursery cans and I'll tip them upside down on these plants on Monday night only. Like I said, the 32-degree night I'm not really worried about. Let's see. We had some spinach. Oh, right here. There's one. That's spinach. There was 7 or 8 of them in here, I noticed today. I was like, woohoo! They germinated right in place. So it's good. So I'll take nursery cans and put the nursery cans over on the lettuce. The asparagus is starting to look really nice. I love asparagus. I'll take nursery cans and put them on all of the herbs that are planted so far. The peas haven't germinated yet, so I don't have to worry about those. The onions overwinter in this, so the onions are fine. They're completely hardy. These herbs, I'll just throw some plastic nursery cans on them. The peas haven't germinated over here yet either. Oh, this looks pretty too. The butterfly is starting to open. Let's see. Oh, she's a pretty one. I can't wait for that to come into full leaf. That's a beautiful tree. one of my favorites. If I had to pick my favorite Japanese maple in my yard right now, it would definitely be butterfly. I love that tree. These are pears. They're nice pears too. I mean, the buds are just about ready to open. Will they open by Monday night? I don't know. But if, let's just say this one opens by Monday night, that'll get zapped and I won't get a pear on that. And we'll see what happens. It really all depends on the duration of the cold. That's another pear. Same predicament. Oh, this is cute. I have baby bunnies in here. I discovered them yesterday. Mom was probably at my foot. Let's see. I said, what is this mess over here? Where are they? And then I move this stuff and I see all these babies in here moving around. Oh, it's nice and warm anyway. They're way down in there. You can't see them. I can see them. You can't see them. So cute. And then we get a couple more. I got, this is neat. This is a weeping boxwood. So I'll train this. It'll go in a big container once it puts on a little bit of size. You know, it's got some new growth on it, so this will probably go in that shed for the night. I had a couple of these Japanese maples over here, so I overwintered the Japanese, probably 8 or 10 of the Japanese maples just in the shed. So the shed's unheated, you know, but it has those windows, so it does get light. So the sun rises over here and then it sets over there. So those windows get, yeah, in the wintertime, we're only getting 8 hours of sunlight, so it's probably getting 6 in those. Oh, this is cool too. Now I'm getting sidetracked again. Would you look at this? That little dwarf redwood is starting to put on bud. Yay! So these guys are very confused. It rained the last couple of days, so I put them outside, but they're gonna have to go in tomorrow night. So these are just dwarf Japanese maples that, you know, they're in full leaf. And they were in an unheated shed. So they're blocked from the direct wind, obviously, because they're in the shed. But, I mean, it was still -20 for like a week. And I thought, oh, you know, those things are frozen solid out there. I wonder how they're going to do. And they're doing just fine. So those... caprese. These are caprese and they're, you know, completely in leaf. These are little joes and they're just budded up. But I left them outside last night so they could get, we had a heavy torrential downpour last night, so that they could get the benefit of the rainwater. And now they'll have to go back inside tomorrow night, and hopefully when we get that freeze, because they'll be in that shed, they won't care too much. I get so easily distracted. And that's it. That's my, oh, my hand's in the way again. I don't know. All right. That's my brief little history of the things that are going to go wrong over the next couple days here. We'll see. I'm really sad we're going to get this freeze, I can tell you that. But there's nothing you can do. And I ain't about to start wrapping fruit trees. There's just too darn many of them. I mean, where would it end? If I was going to wrap the fruit trees, wouldn't I wrap the flowering trees? And then what about the flowering shrubs? I'm just going to have to hope for the best. Wish me luck. We're in good shape. I always wonder, coming out of a winter like that, with just that much wind and cold, if everything's gonna come back. You hear those little buzzes? I'll tell you what, Those kept those rabbits out of this bed this year. Kept the rabbits out of the bed. It kept the gophers out of the bed. The voles, the moles. Nothing came in these beds. So those little things, they're solar powered. I stuck them in the ground. They vibrate. The moles don't like them, and the moles had started to dig in this bed and tore up a couple of shrubs that I had to toss. And I said, well, what am I going to do for these moles? You can't spray them with deer and rabbit repellent, right? So I bought these things. Well, lo and behold, they work on rabbits. So those are going to be my new best friend. Oh, the snowbell is starting to put on leaves. Would you look at that? That wasn't there a couple days ago. Huh. Go me. Oh, I'm happy with that. That really leafed out. Too busy looking down to look up, I guess. It's Royal Raindrops really leafed out. That's a, yeah, I know what it is. Any other given day, I can tell you. Japanese lilac tree. There we go. That leafed out. Oh, even this. I guess I gotta look up more often. That is a Japanese katsura. Looks like it had a growth spurt. Let's see. That must mean that last one down there is starting to leaf out. These were planted late fall, so I was really concerned with this. All of these in here, I was really concerned. Some of these didn't get tossed in until November. I said, you can't survive that. Look at that there. Look at that. Oh yeah. Huh. Super happy. All right. So this is a golden rain tree, and it is going to leaf out. This wasn't even leafed out when I got it. It had already dropped all of its leaves. So it's nice to see it leafing out. Looks like we might have some tip damage, but we'll see. No, that's it for now. What else? I got anything else? No, that's it. All right. Y'all have a good day.